It's Train.
Yeah, this is a really, really tall task. If this wasn't even billed as a potential, I mean, you have to consider Titan beating VP as an upset, but on Train, it's an even bigger one. And look at this. I mean, you got to hope that Existence has something to pull out of the bag. Somewhere deep in his playbook, he's got something planned.
It's a very passive hold on the B site, considering it's a pistol round as well, so they're going to give that up. They're going to give quite a bit of space, but they'll play the retake game with rotations. And just while we're on that subject of the B site and Virtus.pro on CT, watch Taz. He's insane on this map in this position, but farther back this time. Neo getting the first kill, still with that USB. He's going to follow it up as well. A double headshot for him. Single clicks, single kills. Bomb still gets in a position where it will be planted. That's crucial, remember, because it does give the terrorists an opportunity if they save in the next round to buy regardless. In the third, rather, to buy in the third regardless if they win this or not, and it looks as though they may not, because it's down to just Shocks. 1 on 5. There's no kit, but there's lots of time to go ahead for the defuse. Neo does have one, but he's not the one that's on top of it right now, so they'll go for the 10-second. They'll get it regardless, and Taz just holds Shocks out of position. He'll stay alive, but again, it's Virtus.pro to start it off 1-0.
Yeah, that was a pretty lackluster pistol round from out of Titan. I mean, just coming down that lower ramp, no smokes. That had to have been something countered. Maybe they saw some demos and noticed that VP maybe likes playing in the site on these pistol rounds and thought they could just sneak in, but I mean, Neo far back, that just the freedom to take those shots. You give that to Neo, and he's going to take advantage, and he did. 2 kills, and Shocks is just sitting up there. He has a molly just to delay diffuses a little bit longer if it comes down to a 1-on-2 or something, but I mean, there's nothing you can do when your teammate gets annihilated like that. So it is going to be a third round buy with that plant. No armor invested, just some upgraded pistols, and quickly towards the inner bomb site.
And now Taz is playing a little more forward with that P9. Look at Snacks already. He's another one on this map that he's so good. Snacks, we know he can get behind teams, and he's already showing how fast he can do it. He was on them before they got to the ramp. That's very impressive, and watch him to the ladder room as well. If he's one that's not as consistent as Taz, but when he gets rolling as well on this map, that's when you get a two-pronged approach on defense.
Yeah, he has such a good game sense that he finds those flanks. He finds those good plays. It's also, you know, he knows when to push through smokes. We all know how sneaky he can be, but you could see even yesterday, Team Liquid playing against him, they had so much respect staying far back, watching that flank at all times. And now here's that third round buy. 1 smoke on the entire Titan side. That's on Existence. Not a whole lot of tactics available to him with this kind of a buy, but look at Snacks. Aggressive with the MP9. He gets punished. He gets traded off, though. Taz picks up Smiths in return, down to 19 HP.
And they knew that they were going to have the AKs out. They knew it was a full save in the second. Again, that bomb plant, we talked about it. And they would obviously know it as well. So the MP9 going in aggressively, the SMGs gets information, and fortunately, in this case, they get the trade. So that stabilizes it early. It still does mean that the gun advantage is in the favor of Titan right now with the 4 AKs, but they're going to slow things down. And Bialy, oh, not able to hit that shot. This becomes problematic, but he does take down Scream, who's low on HP, looking for the second one as well. And that will drop the bomb. This is a good play from Virtus.pro, and with the early buy, it means that they could potentially go to 4-0 here before there will be a response. That was quite effective as well. 4 players staying alive.
Yeah, that's the key, isn't it? Very little damage done by Titan in that round. And Bialy, he just so precise, holds that really small angle. Scream is already low HP, but they don't have the utility to flush him out with that third round buy. No Molotovs, no nades, very light on flashbangs to just force him into an uncomfortable position. He can just chill, grab some easy kills.
This is, I mean, I know it's early, and we haven't seen much guns come out for Titan. Obviously, that round they did, but this is showing signs of a very hard half for them because Virtus.pro is getting very aggressive on their CT. And their T as well. It's no joke either. They're one of the teams that sort of recreated the meta of using this position right here, Ivy. Their smokes on Ivy are brilliant, so we'll have to watch for that as well. I mean, this is entirely an uphill battle for Titan on this map. And here we go, Taz playing forward again in B. A little slower paced with these pistols this time for Titan.
Yeah, nothing to use whatsoever, so they're just playing far back, waiting for some kind of aggression. Snacks with the SMG, he's the one who's going to oblige them, push up towards connector, but hiding behind the wall, just a tricky spot. All of Titan spread out, hoping that they can find one kill that'll open something up for their teammates, but there's really not enough options available to them. Everywhere they go, it's going to be long-range battles against the rifles.
And I like that they haven't even bothered to upgrade on Snacks because they know he can just build his economy. And here we go. It's just a slaughter. They walk in. Neo 1, Taz 2, Snacks 3, 4 total, I guess, because Taz, managed to pick up 2 himself and leave Shocks. He's going to lurk around, potentially be the wolf in the lamb's wool, but it's not going to work out. Okay, does actually get Bialy. As much as he's going to get spotted up instantly, but a brilliant shot from him is able to pick up an M4, but does he overextend here? Overstay is welcome. The problem is that they've got players on all sides, so even if he thinks about saving this M4, he's going to have to do battle to do so, and Shocks' aim is at least with him today. Snacks, he couldn't close that out, and he gets dinked down to 12 HP as well. Shocks is looking quite good here. I know it's a round that looks to be gone in a way, but somehow he pulls this back to a 1-on-2 and at least makes it economically sound for Titan.
Yeah, you can see that Shocks is in rare form. Those are 3 beautiful kills from him. Just instant headshots all around. Even that dink that doesn't finish Snacks off immediately But if he's getting some help from his teammates, you could see the kind of play he's going to bring to the table here. Either way, Titans, they've got to find something that they can do early on in these rounds, something they can open up, because you're right, Virtus.pro on the CT side, they get so aggressive, and they can shut down those choke points. It's very, very hard to execute anything you want to against this team.
And the crazy part about those 3 kills from Shocks, those 3 kills are 3 of the 4 kills total that Titan have so far in this match.
Yeah, very weak opening so far for Titan. 4-0 in the AUG on Neo. He's brought that back, and he brought it up yesterday. He had it against Liquid over on Cabo when they played. We thought it might have been a misbuy, but apparently he's back in love with the weapon.
New meta. Old meta, new meta.
He's gonna show us something.
Regurgitated meta. Here it is. We'll see what he can do in this position. It's not a bad one to be in, actually, because this is a position where he's going to have to put a lot of bullets toward that ramp, but he still has the distance to cover off both angles with it. Snack's playing more passively this time, where he's on the AWP out toward ladder, so not going to see a flank this time. It does give RPK the chance to work down and try and exploit the outer bomb site as well, and they are setting up right now for a 3-pronged approach on that site, because out toward Ivy, we've got Shocks just waiting for his teammates to make the call to go.
Look at Taz, so mobile. He comes up the ladder, and he's just trying to grab some information. He's going to have a very quick flank once this execution comes in. Bialy can already kind of smell it coming. Falls back to the rear of the bomb train. And here comes that execute. Wallace smokes over at the bomb train. We'll see what Titan can grab, but Snacks is going to open things up with an AWP.
Good play as well to get above the smokes using that control room. Pasha's going to spot out Shocks. They know each other's there, and Shocks gets away with the duel, so his accuracy looking on form again. It's the rest of his team who need to complement it. As Bialy waits, he waits perfectly in position for Shocks to show up. He'll get the trade on existence as well. He took down Neo, but there's Snacks. The op comes into play once again in the round. 2 for it, and it will be 5 for Virtus.pro.
5 very swift rounds. Titan, no real response whatsoever. Nothing's been effective. The only thing that's been effective is Shocks, who's at 4-4. 0 kills on Scream so far, 0 kills on RPK, 1 each on Smiths in existence. And the analyst has talked about the fact that you don't want to cage Shocks. You want to let him do whatever you want. You can see it so far in this tactical decision by Titan right now, letting Shocks play very much solo. Pistol round, he's the last one in. They want him to win the late round, and on these gun rounds, he's been solo towards the Ivy every time.
Does good damage with that nade as well, getting the timing correct. Takes massive health off too. Bialy closes it out as well. Smiths and RPK gone, but nice shot from existence. 2 deagles, in fact. He gets Pasha and Bialy, and now Snacks has to play carefully from quad. He's lurked up forward toward the main connection point, but smoke behind him does mean that when they enter from hell, they've got room to work with. And Scream, now his aim comes in. He gets the second headshot onto Taz, and the round gets entirely flipped around. It's Snacks in a 1-on-3. AWP to play with, not able to hit the first shot, and that'll give away his position. Does take down Scream, but they just need to bait it out. They just need to play this carefully, not overextend. If he hits that shot, it could have been all over. He switches to the pistol. Shocks very smartly doesn't repeat that and allows his teammate to come around and bail him out. They'll get their first round.
What a round from existence. The opening 2 kills with the deagle are crucial. That forces the defense. It just goes to disarray. Snacks is pushed up, and that gives a pocket of opportunity for Scream. He comes right through that smoke. Taz couldn't spot him on the bomb train around the edge. He gets 2 kills for his own, and finally Titan get on the board, 1-5. But there's some teammates of Shocks coming alive here.
Well, at the start, keep in mind it also does reset a max loss bonus. They've gone double op setup. RPK with just the CZ75, but these ops are going to have to come out really, really strong early on. Good smoke toward Ivy. That'll limit one of them, at the very least. And they're committing 3 players to that Ivy position because they want to run off that opening pick. If they can find it there, they'll quickly execute. And the 2 other players are split, 1 at ladder and 1 at main.
That's a little bit scary, though, because that's a lot of time. If there's smokes, Molotovs, and Ivy, that 3 members, it's a lot of bodies for Titan that can just get locked out by a single smoke, a single Molotov. And they can't have the attention. They can't grab any kind of aggression whatsoever. And look at Bialy on top of this bomb train. Great positioning.
Does Smith check it? It is a common spot. Op does actually try and look toward it, misses out, and he comes out worse for wear. 46 HP as he's forced back toward his own spawn. And has to get a lot more passive. It's now Snacks. He's going to go ahead and ladder, or rather smoke off ladder. A second smoke out at Ivy. They're going to go, this is similar to Virtus.pro. They'll smoke off the right, head to the left, and wrap around the back of the site. But when they do, Snacks knows it's coming because the call's made. And Pasha, he's going to lurk back through. He's going to catch off Shocks. Bialy's there for RPK, and they were perfectly positioned for that. They had all the information.
That's an absolute disaster. Great rotations by Virtus.pro as well. As soon as those smokes came out on that side, and the call came out, they were wrapping towards CT spawn. You could see the 2 members from the inner bomb site wrapping around. They go towards CT spawn. They go together and meet on the stairs. If any kind of attack got through from Titan, they just would have been slaughtered. Either way, they didn't even get there. Virtus.pro shuts them down.
Yeah, and they are seriously broken again. In terms of their buy, Snacks is going to get aggressive with his AWB, looks for the early shot, but the rush on B, they're not even going to slow this up. Although the smoke does come out and they have to, they're forced to just sit back because they know Taz loves to play so aggressively. And not only the smoke, they had the Molotov waiting, so even if they push through it, they'd run onto the fire on the ramp.
One AWP on Smith. Two in the last round that did absolutely nothing, so he's going to have to come up with a pick of his own. No armor on him. 4 members towards the inner bomb site. Shocks once again all on his own. He's over towards the ladder room, maybe going for a flank late in the round if they can find some success to that inner bomb site. But it's me, it's all Taz. Both Taz and Neo are here, haven't moved whatsoever.
Taz is waiting with more utility as well. He's going to see that smoke come in and lob the nade up, hope it bounces far enough to do damage. It doesn't actually catch anyone. 1 damage on screen, I guess, if you want to count it for that. But RPK and Smith, they're going to find kills. Bomb goes down, and now they have a chance. They have to push forward here. They're going to send 1 player out. It's going to be RPK to try and hold off these rotations, but they haven't accounted for Neo above, who manages to get 2. Pasha gets back with 1, and suddenly the round comes back in favor of Virtus.pro. It's down to Pasha, mind you. Does not have a kit either, and 2 players, not to mention 1 on the high side. So easy to bait out that bomb. It won't even go that far. Existence with the Tech 9's gonna get it, and Titan, with very limited economy, bail themselves out and get their second round.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That was a forced buy as well. So 1 op, 1 AK, 3 upgraded pistols. Great entry by RPK, and Smith manages to pick off the rotation. Neo is making a very clever play upper ramp, smoking it off deep so he can make this kind of an angle, grab that kind of an angle onto the bomb train. But this is the crucial round now for Titan. They can get right back into this. The economy for Virtus.pro is gone. Very, very low. No one above $250, which is on Snacks. So winning this round for Titan here would be able to close the gap. They'd have some eco rounds that they could just feast on and really ride the score lineup.
Here we go again, another 3 committal right now. It's out toward Ivy, and this time the utility battle isn't even coming into effect. There was a single smoke, but Shocks decided to go through it early that time, and Pasha was waiting, so a little bit careless, pays the price, does give the early pick again to Virtus.pro. And they'll try and stabilize with this situation. They've got 2 players at the bottom of the ladder now as well from Titan's side, trying to work into, hey, but Taz, he gets caught off by Smith. This gives them the option to go back to B should they choose to. Bomb's still way out toward their spawn, so it's not like they can do it on the fly very quickly. But they can definitely try and get a read on what the counter-terrorists are going to have to do on this defensive split.
Taz has been very frisky at that inner bomb site, choosing to get aggressive into the mid-round. Just a couple times while Titan just punishes them there for it. So equalize things, even though Virtus.pro had the lead, he makes that play, gives it right back, but still, the utility's now all gone on Virtus.pro, but they've delayed him down to about 30 seconds. This is about to be an outside execution. 2 members coming out ladder, 2 members coming up the mid-connector. And Smith is going to throw just a little bit of a fake towards the inner bomb site. Try and make Bialy cheat over, and he does. So does Pasha as well. Huge rotation. Snacks has a big job to do with the shotgun. The first one goes down. Nicely done. Existence swings out. But there's another one. Snacks with a shotgun going up huge.
Bialy to follow it up. RPK does manage at least to give himself somewhat of a chance. 1-on-2. Bomb still to pick up at 10 seconds. There's no way this round is even going to work out for him. He needs to die now if he's going to, but he's got it to a 1-on-1. So now Bialy can't force the issue. He can't overcommit to this. 2 seconds, 1 second, it's all done. But does Bialy kill him afterwards? No, RPK. That's a big kill to get despite the time was gone.
That's brutal. Everything that Titan wanted went exactly their way. It's just that shotgun from Snacks. He was so close that entire round, just hiding behind the smoke. So well done, and there's Pasha, gets that opening kill towards Ivy. They haven't had a lot of success towards Ivy whatsoever this half so far, except for that 1 round existence with the Deagle. That was their 1 lone victory in Ivy.
Yeah, and an individual play you can't rely on as much. It's got to be tactical as well, and that's been shut down. Like we say, Virtus.pro, they've essentially created that meta, or reinvented that meta on this map, so they know exactly how you're going to play it against them. It seems as though they've been aware. Bialy is fired on one side, smoked on the other. That allows Smiths to push forward. Well done as well, as he gets the headshot with the Tech 9. But look, it snacks the knife on Smiths as well. Big money gained. And it's going to be Pasha to follow it up. Existence did at least get Taz, but it's Scream 1-on-3. Headshot machine, if there was ever a time. It's got to be right now. He knows Snacks is in that control room. He spots Neil, but the accuracy's not there this time. He can't find the spray on Snacks either, and it's just a matter of time before they coagulate on his position, and it will be 8-2 for Virtus.pro.
Oh, Titan had him so close to resetting the money, but now, yep, there's going to be the pause out of Titan because this is a situation. That was a forced buy. The 3 pistols once again, 2 rifles. They get the entry on Smith. You can see how aggressive they are. And here's that knife just coming through the smoke. Snacks ready for it. So tricky.
He's smart. When he's definitely a tactician in his own mind, and when he is on, it's so fun to watch. We've already seen him looking quick. I mean, shotgun he likes to use on this map. We've seen him pushing quick through that ladder room, and just the presence of mind to go for that knife that quickly. I think this paints a pretty good picture as well as how one-sided some of the killing has been in this particular match. A lot of green on one side, a lot of red on the other.
Definitely, and that's the thing. The analyst said playing with fire, and this is, got to imagine there's a lot of Titan fans out there with their hands or their head in their hands in anguish, just because they knew this was a risky pick for this to come out, to let this one through on Virtus.pro, and it's showing here.
That's a pretty large graph on the top line there.
Relatively one-sided.
Yeah, poor Scream.
And this is the thing. Now they have to come up with a plan, because with some of these force buys they've had, with some of these 3 pistol buys, 2 rifles, you can tell they're feeling the pressure, that they feel like they have to win some of these rounds. They've still got 5 to work with. They're going to be forced onto a save here. They absolutely have to be able to afford some bigger gear into the next round to try and string some of these rounds together. But this defense from Virtus.pro is just so suffocating on train. They can't get anything going.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, this map against a team like Virtus.pro, that's extremely hard for any team. And Titan aren't nearly as polished on this. I mean, this is still, in some ways, I mean, they made a roster change before the last major, but they did it again here. How much time had they had on it? That they liked, I know the French, when Shox was in envious, I know the French sides liked and said that they would really enjoy Train because of smoke executions. In fact, the first person to tell me that it was a very playable map was all the way back at X Games when they talked about bringing it to the map pool. And it was MBK who said that, yeah, this should play in our favor, but the French sides haven't had what Virtus.pro and TSM have had on this map by any means. It
just makes it easier, too, as well on Virtus.pro when you feel like you have to go for those force buys already in this half when they're going against so many pistols. It's just like, all right, we'll take it. You can see, even with Thomas's, they have full utility, they have full smokes, full Molotovs as well, so obviously, everything going in the way of Virtus.pro. Titan need to come up with a game plan during this pause.
And it's a pause before a save, too, so it'll give it time to sink in, but
the scary part is Virtus.pro's T side is just so good, too.
Yep, 100%.
Titan needs to create themselves a really big window of opportunity. They need to go off here and get at least 5 in this half, because Virtus.pro's T side is just so dangerous.
I mean, the good news is that the last few rounds, finally the kills have started to add up slightly for Titan, so we can see it right now that the money isn't brilliant on Virtus.pro's side. There is a chance for them to get some momentum back here before it gets, I mean, I already say that it's pretty much out of hand at 8 rounds already, but they could make it somewhat a respectable scoreline at half. It's $2,000 only on Neo. He's got the highest amount of money for anyone on Virtus.pro, and that seems like a crazy prospect when you consider that 4 rounds in, we had 4 kills for Titan total. So the last few rounds have at least been more closely contested. They've got to just cross the finish line now on Titan. They are going to go a Deagle on RPK, as well as Scream. That just evens the economy, but it's essentially a save otherwise. 1 flashbang on Shox.
Fast towards Ivy as well. 4 members. It's going to be all on Pasha. He's going to smoke things off, and he's going to get aggressive right behind it, so he might have a chance here to mow him down with this AK-47, grabbing that close angle. He's got Piali there to back him up. There's Pasha swinging out, grabs 2, able to spray down 3. A Scream just walks right into it, and Pasha's going to get the 4th as well. Beautiful hold from him.
Well done, Pasha.
It's
very solid in that position.
It's interesting that Titan chooses to take a timeout right in the round they're going to save, because they're the ones, existence is known. We call them the Titan timeouts, where they just sit and T-spawn on save rounds. They do nothing. They talk it over. Yep. They use it as a second timeout. And to have them not do that there, it's just very curious.
And he's a very tactical mind as well. I saw him before this game sitting upstairs while his team was warming up, just flipping through a notebook, all on Virtus.pro. I mean, he had notes coming into this, so you gotta wonder. I mean, he left Train in the map pool for a reason. They must have thought they could do something, but so far not working out. This time they're gonna push Pasha, and it bites them. Finally, Shox able to open something up early. They follow it up with the headshot on Bialy, who tried to flash his teammate out. We'll see if they can take advantage of this 2-man situation. I like this boost from Taz as well. It's unorthodox. It gets slightly above the smoke. You can spot them on the entrance to E-box before they get near the site. The problem isn't, well, okay, he's fallen off it. I was going to say he doesn't have the support system out toward Hell, but Snacks has since rotated back. Smith's still going to try and open this up. The AWP toward the front of the site, and but peculiar that he was so slow in the reactions against Snacks, although he does survive, 10 HP, and again, with an AWP, it doesn't matter how much HP you have. It matters the angle and the shot you can get. Still a lot of damage and effectiveness to be had. As Taz will go back and address the situation that they are slowly working down that Ivy hallway, and it'll give them so much options with 2 men already dead there. They'll be able to walk. They'll be able to swarm Hell and Quad toward the site. Good play from Snacks to turn back and take down Smith. Knows there's one of the smoke at ladder, and he won't find it. It's going to be Taz now, who has to do something absolutely insane, but he can't do it this time. RPK gets the kill, and Titan will pick up yet another round.
Right, coming out of that pause, they do win the first gun round, but it begs the question, that push by Virtus.pro gets completely destroyed. Shocks with those 2 opening kills. Very nicely done by him. Controls it well. Just snaps to the corner as well. Knows there's going to be a second one coming with that push. Flashbang doesn't get him quite the way that Virtus.pro would have wanted. Once again, one more buy out of Virtus.pro, but they're out of money. I mean, this is another round Titan. We talked about giving themselves a window of opportunity in the second half. Winning this round, breaking the economy at this point would be that window. That could get them up towards 5.
Absolutely. We'll see what Pasha can do this time. 2 rounds ago, it was brilliant. Last round, it was a little bit of an overextension. This time, does he meet somewhere in the middle? He actually falls back on that smoke. Shocks was there trying to spray through it. A few bullet holes we can see on the wall behind Pasha, but none of them really doing much damage. Down to 74, but good play from Smiths. Catching off Bialy, and he's going to go right back to make sure he's not getting pushed because he knows Virtus.pro's aggression, he knows their timings, and that is the type of situation where, okay, you got to kill at bottom ladder, we know you're there. He'll just push through the ramp and get him behind him.
This is a brilliant opening to the round for Titan. Probably the first time this half they've really grabbed the reins and gave themselves a good chance in the first 40 seconds of the round. They've got the opening kills. Nice pick from Smiths as well with that AWP, and now you can see how spread out the defense is. Taz is being a little bit aggressive behind a smoke over near bomb train, peering towards middle. Snacks, he's now coming up to the bomb train, but Neo is so far away on this rotation, so Taz and Snacks, they have got to do a lot of damage before Neo even arrives at the site.
Taz falls back as well into a more passive position. RPK therefore can take over the position at the E-box, but Taz knows he's got problems on either side. Does he find the first one? No, it's RPK. Snacks gets back in, he's down as well, and the tank is stepping up. And like you said, this round means a lot for Titan. It gives them a chance to salvage something in a first half that was slipping away from them. Neo's going to save the AWP as a result.
Titan like a snake that round. They get those opening 2 kills, and you could just see them slowly constricting out of that outside bomb site. Very patiently, they had the 3-pronged attack, Shocks and Alley. They had Smiths with the AWP over in ladder room and a couple coming out that mid connector. Now they're even going to hunt down Neo. Don't want him to have that AWP. They want it to be a full save. They don't want to have to worry about any rifle into the next round.
They know where Neo is, so is he even going to hold on to this top double peek against him? He doesn't even find the first shot, the first angle. That French fan will enjoy that round because, as we say, it breaks the economy. They take down the last remaining weapon, and they get themselves on 4.
Right, everything looks so dire just a few rounds ago, and Titan just keeps the economy low and eventually breaks it. That's a nice shot from Smith. A really good find. Very good trade there by Scream as well. Now we're going to see the first eco, but look at this, 5 HE grenades on the Virtus.pro side. This means they're going to group up, probably send 5 nades out towards the middle connector, try and get an early kill. 1 goes out, 4 go out, all 5 go out. They're not going to find any. Yes, they do. Right at the end, the last one grabs Shocks.
Shocks saw it coming. He was trying to dance his way around them, but there was far too many to avoid. And this is a good start with these pistols, but it's come back the way of 4 versus 4 because they did pick up Taz.
Huge mind game here. All 5 nades come out, and as soon as they throw them, Virtus.pro retreats back to that inner bomb site because that's the correct call. They see 5 nades go outside, so Titan tries to go early. They say, okay, we see 5 nades outside. You're all there. We're just going to take that inner bomb site. Virtus.pro counters it, and as soon as Titan feels any pressure at that B bomb site, they return right back outside for a free plant.
Smith stepping up again to take down Neo. Good play from RPK. Another double kill round from him. Is an anti-eco, mind you, but showing that he's got some poise in this match, and it's going to be 9-5. Like you said, they could get themselves toward that 5th round quite comfortably. And Virtus.pro, they'll be able to buy into this one, not massively. Neo's actually going to go back to that AUG, by the way. And Snacks goes back to the shotgun. So there we go. Comforts on the map.
Well, Snacks likes to play close up towards that mid connector and even sometimes towards ladder room, so that shotgun can be put to really good use there. I said Titan would be happy with 5. Getting 6 would be great, and they have a really nice opportunity. No kits on the Virtus.pro side. Any kind of retake they might have to do has to be very quick, and like I said, close up in ladder room. Snacks already there with that Max 7.
Gonna go past him, though. Taz does manage to get 2 in his typical aggressive style and stance over toward B, but Snacks takes that invitation because he knows there's been so much trades and chaos that he's got room to breathe. He can push up behind them, and now the shotgun is going to be an absolute huge threat. First kill, easily with it. There's an AK at his footsteps if he wants to pick it up. Instead, he goes for the AUG, but now he's getting careful because they can actually push him quickly. They don't. They wait for Shocks to get the headshot. But they had a man in position at the bottom of the ramp that could have easily walked on him. Great kill from Bialy, though. Taking down Scream. Drops the bomb on the site once more. They follow that up. It's down to Shocks. 1-on-1 now as well. It's Pasha, who's far back, but Shocks with 55 seconds needs to get toward it. Never mind. It's a beautiful headshot. And it will be 9-6.
Masterful sequence from Shox there in that 1-on-2. Coming down the ramp, every disadvantage in both of those fights, fighting not only downhill on the ramp, but also peering over the top of the smoke to do it. 2 massive headshots. And there's that 6th round. That's huge. Actually, a really cool play from Virtus.pro. You could see this aggression out of Taz here. 2 kills for him before he gets killed off, but Snax also being aggressive in ladder room, and he had such a quick flank. That's what caught him off guard, but a great recovery from Titan.
And I was about to say, I'm surprised Shox sat back to take that fight. I was expecting him to just jump, get the bomb, play the time. He had 50 seconds to work with, so then he had the options to him. But he had the confidence, and I think his aim's been great so far this game. Definitely more than our featured matchup man, who we normally hype up for headshots.
Shox
Scream a little bit.
Are you crazy?
I know.
Are you crazy?
Right?
Shox is feeling it. We saw that in his first few rounds. He was just blowing heads off, and now, I mean, there it is, 1-on-2. Very well done from him. He's not gonna. He's gonna take those fights. Those are fights that Shox will take all day long.
Well, it's Snax that leads the way, mind you. 17 kills for him. The kill distribution got a lot closer as the rounds did as well. It just goes to show how one side of the map really was at the start. But, you know, 9-6, again, Moses, you said it. Virtus.pro's T side is still very formidable on this map, and it can definitely be an issue for Titan.
What's interesting is as the lower seed, Titan chose the T side first. Lower seed gets to choose that side, so maybe wanting to avoid Virtus.pro's own T side, which they know how explosive it is, they know how dangerous it is with all the research they've done, keeping it out of their hands early, maybe not wanting to get out to a crazy lead on the Terra side, so now they can go into the CT side with a little bit of confidence.
It's definitely an interesting point. I mean, we've seen various teams do that over the past few tournaments. TSM does it on Cash, for example, to try and start T-side. NIP does it occasionally at lands to try and catch opponents off, but you're right, this one seems almost very strategic in a way, knowing that this was going to be a tall order on Train. This pistol, it would do wonders for them of trying to make this a real case for victory, as it is 9-6, and if they could pick up the 3 ensuing rounds, they'd tie it up instantly, and we'd have essentially a reset in a lot of ways.
Let's hope this pistol round goes a little bit better for Titan. Getting out to a hot start would be great.
So it's 4 sets of armor right now for VP and full utilities on Taz. Look for a fast play out of them, but I say that, and they're actually spreading out right now to play more of a pick strategy. 3 members from Titan out toward Ivy as well, so they're looking for that aggression. They know VP are famous for it. They've got 1 kit and 4 sets of armor themselves, but only 1 smoke remaining, and that's on Scream, as he's going to be playing that utility role in this round. Right now he's sitting on the A site. Look at the presence out toward Ivy. This is going to be an absolute brawl, and it goes the way of existence to start it off, as he finds the first headshot, but it's not really followed up. They know that the aggression cannot be careless. It has to be calculated, so Pasha doesn't readdress the situation and walk into what could have been an absolute blender, because as we saw from that angle, there's still 3 players there from Titan.
Yeah, great opening kill. And this is a little bit very passive on the pistol round from Virtus.pro. That first kill, there's no response whatsoever, but still, Titan, there's another shot from existence. Well done from him. That's Neo. Snax is battling from long range, but they're trying to swarm into the site. Pasha gets that first kill. Oh, and VP, they just explode onto this outer bomb site. 3 quick kills in succession for them.
But there comes the response, or does it? It actually doesn't look like Smith was going to jump quickly on top of it. He had a chance to catch Snax in transition with the bomb and at least draw some time back in his favor. Instead, the low HP Snax does get it planted. Smith's going to be a very tough task. Naturally, pistol round. He's got armor, but it's not that worth saving if he can make something of this. And he's going to go on the hunt and try and find at least 1 player. He does hear 1 firing behind him. That Snax down. He goes. Keep in mind, though, there's no kit on Smith, so this is looking less and less likely. And as it does, the armor might just be something to consider.
That's absolutely insane that Titan lost that round. They had a 5-on-3 existence with 2 quick kills in the beginning of that round, and everything just collapses. And that's this Terra style for Virtus.pro on this map. So quick and coming out together on that outer bomb site. And this is going to happen in gun rounds as well. They're just so good. It just all of a sudden everything looks against them when they're executing out of this outer site. And then just every once in a while, or actually more frequently than not with Virtus.pro, all the kills go in their favor. You see Pasha with this 1, and then it's just a stream of kills going to Virtus.pro after that.
Double scout forced by right now from Titan to try and counter what's gone against them. Full rifles as well for Virtus.pro, so if they could pull off this is a huge investment from Virtus.pro that could get reset if this works out in favor. Shox, meanwhile, has pushed up very close in that alley position behind, what are we calling those, the servers? We still haven't settled on a name. But in that corner nonetheless, and if they walk in, I mean, that's perfect range for him to just tear someone's head off, even possibly and potentially, if it's close enough, pick up the rifle instantly. and go to work to complement those scouts. One smoke nade deployed, and it's an interesting one. It's a shallow smoke, which may sell the fact that they didn't push forward. So they're trying to disguise and mask the fact that Shox is waiting here. But, and as they've done so and cleverly thought it out, there's going to be no forward push from Virtus.pro.
The big thing with 5 rifles, Virtus.pro doesn't have a lot of nades to really use to flush anyone out of position. No Molotovs as well. 2 scouts on the side of Titan, so they're pretty well geared to go against this kind of a long-range fight. And look at this read. They feel no pressure anymore at the outside bomb site. So many members rotating towards inner. Both scouts are going to be here. Existence on the upper ramp, Smith towards the lower ramp. This is just going to be a brawl to get into this bomb site.
And a brilliant shot from the first scout already. The jumping that of Existence, but Pasha gets RPK as he comes down the ramp. That equals it out, and Smith, there it is. Both scouts getting a kill. Taz is just going to go for this. He's got to plant the bomb, but he's losing all his teammates. All his friends are dead, and it has to be Bialy who is watching the flank to come out and finally support. And now it's a one-on-one as well. Smith, he follows it up. Bomb is dropped. He's caught in the open. Bialy doesn't hit it, but the second peek he does. The scout won't land the kill. And Virtus.pro, they'll find themselves on 11, but again, big investment and 4 of those guns lost.
That's Virtus.pro breathing a huge sigh of relief. They don't lose that round so close. Look at this shot from Existence. Right onto Neo. He's just going to hop up. Grab that kill. Well done as he gets blinded as well. Such a good stack there from Titan. Great read as they rotate into the site. And now look, Virtus.pro, 2 MAT-10s on the side. Still 3 rifles to work with. But Neo and Snacks are looking to farm up some cash this round.
Shox is going to go back to that same position as well because he wasn't spotted in it last time. So they could still try and use that in their favor. No smoke on it this time. They may go for a late. I take that back. They actually, Existence, I thought he had one, does not, so they can't do anything about it, and they may spot this. Yeah, Pasha's going to see his gun sticking out. In fact, he sees his shoulder first, but nonetheless, same effect, follows it up. Existence was there to try and get the trade kill. It doesn't work out, and this round looking a lot more secure than what the last one did. Could put us on 12-6 very quickly as they climb the ladders and ascend upon Smith's position upon the other train and leave it to Snacks to go hunting. Scream, good luck. He wants this just for the money, but they're going to spot it. Well done. That would have been funny.
Trying to get a little sneaky. Gets punished for it. 12-6 now for Virtus.pro, but it is going to be the first rifle round for Titan on their defense. Because of that buy in the second round, there's not going to be any kind of aid. Ooh, actually, Smith could grab a glass cannon if he chooses to, and he does. He buys that one up. 500 left in the bank, so no armor, gets a smoke and a flash. But still, 5 smokes for Titan on this defense. They can block off those choke points for quite some time, but crucially, no kits on their side as well. And in the first half, we saw Virtus.pro go that way. Retakes are going to have to be very quick, and on this map, that's difficult. So many spots to clear out.
Smoke on the bottom of the ladder to slow things down. Neo, by default, will bust out that glass. Potential to nade through it later without being heard. Pasha goes on the aggression toward Ivy as well. We haven't really seen Virtus.pro need to take full effect of it like they normally do on this map.
Look at how aggressive that nice shots from Smith. Just holding the angle, drops Neo. But for a while there, it was Smith and RPK pushed up lower ramp, and then there was Existence and Scream pushed up towards ladder room and E-box. And that's much what we saw the same strategy out of Virtus.pro, where both of those portions are aggressive. So if there's a committal down ladder or outside bomb site, the 2 members of Inner have a very quick rotate or flank. So they're just trying to crunch that area of the map.
It is going to go back toward the A site now because Taz has gone down the ladder with bomb. They've got more pressure toward Ivy, but they've lost it. Pasha, who's normally the man who dominates that section of the map, goes down. He does do enough damage to allow Bialy to finish off Shox, and Taz follows up on Scream, so it's evened itself back up slightly, still favoring Titan, though, and if they can secure this next kill, they may just take the round. Bialy does get back into one in the meantime, and catching Existence in the reload. He's got a chance now against Smith, but the bomb's so far away, and Smith just slightly catches him peeking, and it will be Titans to take.
Yeah, really narrow angle from Smith, and Bialy was not expecting that, expecting to be farther back against the wall. Smith's very much committed to that. If he misses that shot, Bialy swings out, more than likely gets that kill against an unarmored Opper. But either way, Titan win that first round, but now comes the trouble because they lose 4 members. It's going to be a little bit of a weak rebuy. Smith can't even get armor in this round. He had to drop a gun over, so 3 FAMASes. No utility on RPK either, so they only have 4 smokes into this round. Now 1 kit and Scream at least.
And we'll see what they can make it. I mean, this is
basically do or die for Titan.
Yeah.
If they can't put a couple rounds together here, if their economy gets reset at this moment, then all of a sudden they have no more mistakes to give up to Virtus.pro moving forward.
And they've left a lot more pressure on that outer site naturally, and RPK to be alone inside the B site. Interesting that they've gone 4 more passive, because you talked about how aggressive they were. Now they've got 2 players back toward the out back, as you called it once, Moses, the lower tunnels behind CT spawn. just to hold off that Ivy push. Again, they know VP love doing it.
It's really interesting that RPK is the only one at the inner bomb site for such a long time. He has no utility, no flashbangs even. You saw a nice nade onto Smith. That lack of armor really hurts him there. Bialy gets the pick on his shocks as he pushes forward, trying to get aggressive and find a kill to alleviate some pressure. But 45 seconds left, and now Virtus.pro can do what they want.
Existence has to win this duel right now, because if he gives up quad, where they're so passive on the site, Taz and Neo have free entrance onto this A position. Scream does find Taz first, but not after he took down Existence, and they walk out. They actually find the player at Hell. I'm surprised Smith has been able to hold on this long. They've actually worked this in their favor, and RPK, he manages to get on the flank, so they even this up a lot sooner than it should have potentially happened. Bomb doesn't even get planted, so this looks very good for Titan suddenly. RPK, though, that's the wrong player. He kills his teammate, and Snacks capitalizes. That's a disaster.
Oh no, RPK. Miscommunication, maybe a little bit of nerves coming into play, but that round was all Virtus.pro until RPK makes a beautiful play on the flank, and then he ruins it by killing his teammate.
Makes a beautiful play for Virtus.pro as well.
That's heartbreaking. And those are tough rounds to swallow, not only as an individual, but as a team in this kind of a situation. So Virtus.pro now, this is the disaster scenario where they reset the economy. They're going against all pistols. 3 members don't even upgrade. No utility whatsoever. Titans got nothing in the bank to use. They've just got to hope and pray that coming up in the next round, they're going to have to buy whatever they can. It's mostly going to be maybe some scouts, but look at Pasha just bullying his way into that inner bomb site. Bialy takes out RPK, and it's going to be a free plant from here.
So RPK caused this disaster in the last round, goes down early this time. He's gonna reset mentally either way. Like you said, that last round just puts Virtus.pro so far in the lead that they're gonna hit 14 here and have 2 to go. And Titan on train against them. I mean, this is looking done and dusted for VP, as this round is going to slowly expire. They're just looking for exit kills at this point on Titan's side. Getting in toward the bathroom. Snacks may actually bypass them, but now he's got the call from Bialy. They're there, so this will just be a pincer move. They'll hold them in position, take down both. Existence does actually manage to pick up Pasha in the process of doing so, but Screaming Shocks, they'll just stay alive. No one's going to confront. No more rifles lost. And as we said, it's going to be 2 rounds to go for Virtus.pro.
The big question now is, does Titan try and force buy in this round? Yep, and they do. So not playing for the tie whatsoever. They put everything they have into this round, and it's not a whole lot. It's a scout onto Smiths. It's 3 FAMASes, no kits, and light on nades as well. So
no kits is a big one.
Right.
Absolutely huge right now.
And the last time they had this buy, they did come out, this kind of a buy. They did come out on top, but they lost so many members doing it that it really punished them going forward into the next round. They didn't really have anything they could upgrade. So Virtus.pro, this is their typical outside execute. Very, very powerful. Snacks leading the way.
Watch the player forward, though. That's Existence, and he's able to take down Neo, so this cuts off the push. It actually slows it even more because he finds Taz. Very good job by him to get aggressive and completely shut down Virtus.pro's approach to take everything, and Scream waits in the corner. Pasha walks into his sights, and it's all down from there. Snacks has to do something incredible as it sits in a 2-on-2, but it's Bialy who's coming up with the magic right now, and a huge headshot on Scream. Massive, massive round from Bialy.
You can see it. The teammates love it. That's one of those rounds where Bialy's aim just turns into a railgun and he just knocks off the head. So nicely done, Virtus.pro. Once again, that outside execute, Existence stops it cold, it seems, for a little bit. Getting those 2 kills, but just Bialy responds. Just too much from Virtus.pro at this outer site. This is a really nice performance out of Existence, but just not enough in the end as Bialy, 1, 2, and 3, he just knocks him down.
Crazy shot on that last one, too. Just when it looked like Titan had pulled the round into a position where they might have a chance. 2 VP players split up as well, and just Bialy goes absolutely nuts, and it's left on map point. Virtus.pro on the brink of moving in to a playoff spot, forcing Titan into a rematch with NIP in a best of 3. That'll be a great series, regardless of which 2 teams. That was going to be a great series always. This group has been absolutely incredible, but that's going to be one to watch for sure as Taz and Virtus.pro, they look to force themselves onto the A site once more. They'll lose Neo in the process, so they are a man down, but there it is. They pull that right back. 2 kills their way. Taz and Snacks, and Taz pushes forward as well, catching RPK. Bialy onto Smiths, and it's all down to Existence, Titan's last hope, and it's a small hope at that, it has to be said. Does find Taz, but they know exactly where he is. Snacks will close it out, and Virtus.pro, 16-7, they'll move into the playoffs.
Yeah, that T-side, it all started with the pistol, and you could kind of see how things were going to play out. Those outer bomb site hits by Virtus.